Have you ever wondered why some people linger in your mind or appear in your thoughts even when you have no direct communication with them? What does this constant and pressing presence tell you about your real connection with these people? Today, we will delve into a fascinating discussion guided by Buddhist wisdom to explore the deep meaning behind this intriguing phenomenon. In this video, we will explore how and why certain individuals can occupy so much space in our thoughts, and what these experiences aim to teach us about our lives, our souls, and our spiritual paths. Join us on this journey of inner discovery and spiritual understanding as we dive into the depths of the mind and soul to find answers to these questions. It is important that you watch this video until the end, because you will discover exactly what these mental connections mean for your spiritual path. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Pearls of Wisdom channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos on personal and spiritual growth. And now, get ready to uncover the hidden truth behind your most intimate thoughts. Let's begin. We often find ourselves thinking incessantly about a person we haven't seen or heard from in a long time. According to Buddhist wisdom, every thought we generate is an energy projected into the universe. When we think of someone so intensely and constantly, it could be a sign that we are spiritually connected to that person, not only on an emotional level, but on a level that transcends ordinary communication. In Buddhism, the concept of karma and karmic connection plays a crucial role in how we interpret our interactions and relationships. It is not just a matter of cause and effect. It is a universal law of moral action that goes beyond individual lives, influencing the course of future reincarnations. Karmic connections, therefore, are neither random nor superficial. They represent deep bonds that have been forged over multiple existences. According to Buddhism, every action, thought, or word we have towards another person can contribute to creating an invisible thread that binds us to that person, which can last for several lifetimes. This means that our current encounters could have roots in past interactions that we do not consciously remember. When a person continues to emerge in our thoughts without an apparent reason, it could be indicative of a karmic connection. These persistent thoughts could suggest that in a previous life we had a significant bond with them that may not have been resolved or that requires further development in the current life. In this sense, the persistent memory of a person could represent an opportunity or a necessity for spiritual growth linked to that bond. In practice, these karmic connections can manifest in various ways. For example, one might feel a strong empathy or immediate understanding towards someone they have just met, or have a strong emotional reaction towards someone without an obvious reason. These could be signs that the karmic energy is still active, and that there is something that needs to be learned, resolved, or released. Working on these karmic connections requires deep self-awareness, and often a path of meditation or spiritual practice that helps understand and transform these energies. In Buddhism, techniques such as compassion meditation and the practice of forgiveness can help resolve these connections, freeing both ourselves and the other person from old karmic bonds, allowing us to advance on the path of spiritual liberation. By understanding karmic connections, we can begin to see our thoughts and relationships in a deeper light, recognizing how our past lives influence our current existence and how we can move towards greater harmony and understanding of our bonds with others. Moreover, it is crucial to explain that in Buddhism the mind is seen as an incredibly powerful mirror, capable of reflecting not only what happens around us, but also revealing the depths of our inner being. This view is based on the idea that our thoughts, desires, and fears are not just superficial reactions to external events, but deep manifestations of our mental and spiritual state. When a person remains constantly in our thoughts, this phenomenon can be interpreted as a sign that we are working on an unconscious level on unresolved issues related to that person or the qualities they represent. These persistent thoughts can be a call from our deeper self to examine and resolve internal issues that we have not yet fully addressed. For example, if we continue to think about an old friend with whom we had a conflict, this could indicate an unmet need for reconciliation or closure. Conversely, if we often think about a person we admire, it could be a signal that we are trying to integrate some of the qualities we see in that person into our own lives. From a Buddhist perspective, working on these thoughts offers an opportunity to grow and evolve spiritually. Through the practice of meditation and mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts without judgment and without attachment, allowing us to better understand the underlying dynamics that fuel them. This process of observation and awareness helps recognize and release repressed desires, fears, and aspirations that might be trapped in harmful thought patterns. Moreover, the understanding of the illusory nature of thoughts in Buddhism teaches us that, although they may seem real and tangible, they are actually temporary and changeable. Recognizing this impermanent characteristic allows us to detach from them more easily, reducing their potential to negatively influence our emotional and mental well-being. Before proceeding further with the explanation, if you are interested in understanding how karma influences your everyday decisions, watch our video, The Karmic Cycle and the Universal Laws. You will find the link in the description. Let's continue. Finally, the constant thinking about someone can also be a way for our unconscious to push us towards a path of personal and spiritual growth. If a person symbolizes something we aspire to achieve or integrate into our lives, these persistent thoughts can be interpreted as an invitation to act and make choices that reflect our deepest values and aspirations. Therefore, in Buddhism, the phenomenon of constantly thinking about someone is not seen simply as an obsession or a nuisance, but as a potential message from our deeper self, inviting us to explore and resolve inner issues, allowing us to advance on the path towards greater inner peace and spiritual fulfillment. Through careful observation, we can see these persistent thoughts not as unwanted intruders, but as opportunities to better understand our true underlying needs and desires. Such observation can reveal thought patterns that influence our behavior and emotions in ways we had not anticipated. By recognizing the source of these thoughts, we can begin a valuable process of inner transformation. Buddhism places great emphasis on the importance of mindfulness, sati, and letting go, vasaga, two key concepts that help navigate this inner transformation. Mindfulness is the process of becoming fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment without judging them. Letting go is the release of attachments and aversions that can cause suffering. In Buddhist culture, the first step towards effectively managing thoughts and emotions is precisely mindfulness. Being mindful means observing our thoughts and emotions with detachment and without judgment. This allows us to recognize the presence of a certain thought or emotion, such as constantly thinking about someone, without immediately reacting emotionally or impulsively. Mindfulness teaches us to see thoughts as transient objects. We are not our thoughts, nor do we have to be controlled by them. Recognizing this reduces their power over us. After developing this mindfulness, we must learn to let them go. This does not mean suppressing thoughts, but accepting them without being emotionally carried away. Letting go means accepting the present without allowing thoughts to disturb our inner peace. This process leads to an understanding of non-attachment, a Buddhist principle. Non-attachment means loving and respecting oneself and others without depending on conditions, people, or outcomes for happiness. We have reached the end. To watch our video, The Karmic Cycle and the Universal Laws, click now on the top right of the screen. Thank you for watching this video until the end. If it inspired you, leave us your valuable like and subscribe to the Pearls of Wisdom channel for more content like this. Also, share it with anyone you think might benefit from it.